West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will start this game off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
To the ground. He's got it again. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up second down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock. Old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Handoff to the lone back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
Getting some heat. They've got the screen set up. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They march 72 yards, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run.
West Virginia, 3.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Can't get him to the ground. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Morton. They're working that left side. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
3:25.
They'll give it to the back.
Ball carried by the runner. No gain on the play. Second down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
West Virginia, 3.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to pass. It's Morton. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Got him downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his...
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. And that's the play, that's the extension of it. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
It's complete. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that...
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is why, during the week, during practice, quarterbacks wear green jerseys. They don't get hit. We're not allowed to hit them in practice. We get in trouble if we hit them in practice. Not used to taking shots. Probably one of the reasons why he coughed up the football.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Lets it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll bring it back. It's Henderson. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't...
Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on...
Tipped at the line, and it's intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. The sweet feet buy a little time.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
From the gun. Pressure coming. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Morgantown. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David. relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll run the screen. Ran through the contact. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. From the gun, the ground game. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Lets it fly. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Back to throw. It's Morton. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Mountaineers! He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold.
Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone.
West Virginia, 31. Notre Dame, 28.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the move, it's Sanchez. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Unloads it downfield. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Down West Virginia.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fires to the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Zings it complete to the right. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense set for a first down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one squad.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but, man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's tough when you got fourth in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Got a man in the middle. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll run it from the gun, fighting off the defender.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Got it! Touchdown, Irish! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35, West Virginia, 31.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Leaves it with the back. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
West Virginia.
These corners going to give them some space. Looking for a deep man. Got it! Touchdown, Mountaineers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch, and guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads it left. Got him, and nobody's close. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Might as well give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. is looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Number 3.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to...
Can anyone catch him? And he's brought down after a huge completion. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Firing to the right, complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He fires deep toward the end zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays, you got to have scripts, because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Looking for a man. It's Morton. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it. It's one thing to execute